Hello viewers, so obviously last episode we had a nice little drive and it was about finding somewhere to just upgrade the car. So this central area, then the festivals where you can find all the different bits and pieces you need in terms of painting your car, upgrading your car, buying a new car, and online options as well. As you can see there, the marketplace, it's all in this little area. So here I am going round and round, just getting my bearings essentially. Driving around on the outside to prevent myself crashing into that lunatic who keeps driving round and round the other way. There he is, always a bit dodgy. Now it'd be interesting to see how all this works online. I really don't know much about the online sort of connectivity and whether whether you do get to see players just free roaming all the time. We'll do some free roaming anyway in a later video. I'm literally just waiting for the online servers to come on before I do too much of that, but there'll be some cruising in the next couple of videos. I think first I want to show you guys, let's say, some of the cars that are available, settle a few arguments that have been going around, what's what. So let's just take a look then so we can see. I was just going through all the different makes. Alpha. I've never been an Alpha guy myself. Don't do it for me. Ascari and the Aston Martin's always nice. The 177, they've shown a bit of that on I think it was Top Gear on their page recently. They've been given the option of testing one of these. I don't know how many there are in the world, just a couple of them I believe, not many. Very rare car, but I thought, why don't we take a look at it, see if there is the Auto Vista sort of zoom around option, and there isn't unfortunately, but here we are. We see it in the main place here. Now in the final video you won't hear any background sound. There's all sort of crowd cheering and stuff like that, but unfortunately there's music playing, so we've had to cut the audio out from the background, but you get the idea. It's much more of an event now, atmosphere in there, people cheering. Obviously zoom around. I was trying here to press all the different buttons to see if I could zoom in and out of the car using the triggers, using different buttons on the controller, using the back buttons. None of them would let me zoom in or out of the car, which is interesting. Maybe there's another mode where I can get a closer look in my garage, so I'll take a look at that later. But either way, I thought I'd have a tour to the different paint jobs. Lovely lighting. I mean, the models in Forza Motorsport, I mean, no one can deny they look absolutely fantastic. As ever, my fascination with brake lights and headlights, they always look amazing. Absolutely perfect. Look at that. Reflections, detail. I'm always amazed at these things because, as I say, I mean, you look at how far games have come in the last 20 years. It's just mind-blowing, really, how impossible the concept of that would have been, even just 6 or 7 years ago. Audi, we're into there. So just going through the start selection now. I speed up now rather than looking at any cars in detail, just to give you guys a quick look at the starting selection. Obviously I'm not aware of the DLC and what that's all going to contain at this stage. Veyron Super Sport, incredible top speed. I haven't actually decided what I'm going to buy yet. Just go through, have a look. Dodge there. Yeah, lots of great cars that you've got. The thing is a real variety. I mean, the cars are expensive. I'm keen to see how easy it is to make money. I mean, people have said that it's quite easy to make money. I've always found that in Forza Motorsport it's too difficult. You have to spend hours, and unless you're a painter or a tuner, you're not going to make a great deal of money. The tuners often make the most, in fact. So it's a bit of a pain trying to earn it when all you do is want to drive, rather than do the other aspects. So I hope that it is easier to earn the credits required. There are lots and lots of cars at an affordable price range, but unfortunately all the ones you really, really want to drive are still very expensive. So looking at Ford, nice selection there. Nice range to get started on, range of affordable vehicles. I don't know how this expands. As I say, I don't know anything about the DLC yet. They're keeping that all pretty tight-lipped. No doubt we'll be covering some of that as well, as we do. Jeep. What kind of seg is that? Lamborghini. Always a nice selection of Lamborghinis. I've always been a bit of a Lambo fan. Lancia. The Sega Rally car, as I call it. If ever you drive one, I have to have a Sega Rally paint job on it. Has to be done. Big old Range Rover there, just for a bit of off-road. Yeah, that's a good aspect where you can't go off-road with these cars. You really want to go onto. I don't mean a dirt track. I mean a proper off-road mud track. Interesting cars there again. From the Lotus Garage, of course, Maserati. Seen a couple of those. I've only seen two of those. I've only seen two of those. Some of these cars are very rare. I've been quite lucky. I've seen some obviously at motor shows, but I've only I think twice I've seen those cars. Once in Monaco, I went to a traffic jam of Ferraris and Lamborghinis in Monaco. It's crazy, some of the cars you see available there. But a lot of these cars, people own. You never see them very often. The Mini, good old Mini, makes an appearance. I was captivated by that straight away. There's something so quaint about it, isn't there? So I have a look and I think, what colour for me? Well, I want a big, Union Jack paint job on it later, but for now, what are we going to go for? What colour? Decisions. None of them really do it for me. But I think, no, let's just go for this. It's quaint aqua blue. So that's my car. Of all these wonderful vehicles you see on display, I end up going with the Mini because, quite frankly, it's got to be done. And we'll be upgrading that shortly. Again, just the auto upgrade at the moment. We'll do a more focused upgrade video later. We can look at that in a bit more detail. Just a single Zonda there. Mojo Radical. Good to see the Radical in there. Interesting how you're going to use the Radical, what kinds of roads. I think you need to find much more sort of open roads for it. But again, that's all about learning the map and where you want to drive and where you enjoy driving. Saline was a welcome addition. Scion. Oh, it's a nondescript car really, isn't it? Ultima Aero. Another thing as well, I'd be interested to see how these different cars perform on different aspects of the map, because no doubt they'll all have different abilities, so it could mix up leaderboards. Of course, I haven't seen any of the leaderboards as of yet. You've seen on these videos exactly what I've seen. It does make progress slow because it means I can only play the game for half an hour a day and then spend 10 hours making the video, but at least you guys are seeing some progress, which will hopefully answer many of your questions between now and the time the game is actually released. So Volkswagen finishes up the lot there. So that's all of the opening selection of cars. So I go back now and I think to myself, what am I going to do? I've got my Mini. I'm looking at the affordable car range. So this is the range of stuff you can buy pretty much from the off after just the few races you've seen on these videos. I'm thinking that's pretty cheap. Some tofu delivery perhaps later. So I'll be coming back here and doing some more car shopping and expanding my garage. But first we're going to be looking at tuning, painting, and then a bit of cruising before testing the steering wheel. Then looking at a few more events, winning a few of the races that I've lost on the last video, and seeing how I get on with those. So a wide range of cars are available, as you can see there, just for when you first sort of start playing the game, which is good. It's nice to have those available, so you can certainly find something from the off that you're comfortable with. And now I'll back out of there and I'll upgrade my Mini to something with a little bit more performance. Ultimately, I'll be quite disappointed, I can tell you, with that performance, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Loading times obviously will probably be a bit shorter if you've installed it. I haven't installed it to the hard drive. This was all filmed as part of a bunch of videos. So a little drive around my Mini. This is more like it. It's got an incredible turning circle on it. That's nice, look at that, on the spot. Perfect. It has no top speed though, it has to be said. So I go with the auto upgrade here. We'll do a custom upgrade in a later video. We'll go in here. If there, again, any requests that you guys have on the game, do let me know, and I'll endeavour to put those together for you. And anything you'd like to see or hear me talk about and give you feedback on, because I do read all of your comments and try to reflect upon those wherever possible. So A-Class, let's just make an A-Class Mini. That's more like it. That's surprising actually, it just doesn't have much top speed at the end of it. It's got all the manoeuvrability, none of the top speed on the scale. Either way, that will do. Front wheel looks a bit off on that Mini. Maybe that's just me. The angle looked a bit odd there. And so now we'll have a quick drive. Yeah, it's interesting to see the evolution of Forza actually and how this is being interpreted. I mean, there's a lot of people saying about, oh, Forza's sold out, it's not a simulation. You know, this. As I keep saying to people, this isn't Forza 5, this is a new part of Forza. This is a different team, it doesn't affect Forza. Forza 5 will come out, and Forza 6 and 7 and whatever over the next 10 years, and they'll all be about motor racing, and they're going to get more hardcore into motor racing. And then for the people who just want fun to move about with their cars, we have Forza Horizon. But we really have to see what the developer's looking at. I keep stressing for the next generation as I drive along here in my A-Class Mini and realise that actually it can't top 104 mph, which is really disappointing. I was expecting a lot more top speed than that, and it just doesn't go any faster. I'm like, surely it has more speed. No, but it does have an incredible turning circle. So I'm just testing this out. Hey, you're just seeing me here mucking about with the car. Normally I'd cut all this stuff, I wouldn't show this on my videos. Just skip straight to the races. And look at the interior, see what that's like. So sparse, the interior on these cars. Obviously no crash or crumple zones back in the day. If you crashed in this, you'd know it. So it's nice and easy to control, but then again it's not that fast, is it? So quite disappointing. Upgrading a Mini, never been so poor. We drive to the next race. So this is just a shorter video then, just looking at the Mini in a bit more detail in the upgrade store. This is just, I was looking at the traffic. We were talking a bit about the traffic, weren't we, the AI. As soon as you touch a car, that's when it brakes. So you can drive very slow behind a car, but if you touch it, it brakes instantly. And then the car just stops. Stops like a brick wall though. You can't push it. I have a go now trying to push it. It's having none of it. Giving it everything now. Smoke coming in the car. Go on, Mini. No, it's simply not happening. So it's all interesting. I just want to see how the traffic reacted and what you could do with the traffic. Could you crash into it? Could you create pile-ups? And then of course it just moves on again. I consider bashing into it, moving motorist style. Decide to drive on to my next location, but with this pitiful speed it's not all that good at anything apart from just free roaming really. I'll have to try free racing against another car, but with a top speed of 100 I don't think it's going to go far. So I check out my map now, look towards the next race, have a go on that, and that's the end of this video. Just a short one for this evening, and I'll be coming back to you with some more information on the next video, which will look more at the painting and the upgrades and stuff like that, and of course the cruising all on the next few videos, and the next one will be a usual 30-minute video as well. But that's it from me for now. As ever, more soon.
You have arrived. The officials won't let you into this event unless